Two plans, same income, completely different monthly payments. And right now, every federal student loan borrower with existing loans has to pick one by July 2028, IBR or RAP. This video runs the actual numbers on both so you can see exactly which one wins for your situation. Here's the core difference before we get into the math. IBR uses discretionary income, your AGI, minus a poverty line deduction before calculating your payment. RAP skips that deduction entirely and charges a flat percentage of your full AGI based on income brackets. That one structural difference is what drives almost every outcome we're about to look at. IBR's poverty line deduction for a single borrower in 2026 is just under $24,000. Everything below that is protected. RAP has no such protection. It charges from the first dollar of income. But RAP's rates are lower at the bottom brackets, and it comes with two protections IBR doesn't have: a full interest subsidy that prevents your balance from growing, and a $50 per dependent monthly deduction. Now let's run 4 real borrower profiles side by side. Profile 1, single borrower, $40,000 AGI, no dependents. Under IBR, subtract the $24,000 deduction, leaving $16,000 in discretionary income. 10% of that divided by 12 is about $133 a month. Under RAP, $40,000 falls in the 3% bracket. 3% of $40,000 divided by 12 is $100 a month. RAP wins by $33 a month. Over a year, that's nearly $400. At this income level, RAP's lower bracket rate more than compensates for not having the poverty line deduction. Profile 2, single borrower, $65,000, AGI, no dependents. Under IBR, $65,000 minus $24,000 is $41,000 in discretionary income. 10% divided by 12 is about $342 a month. Under RAP, $65,000 falls in the 6% bracket. 6% of $65,000 divided by 12 is $325 a month. Still a close RAP win, but only by $17 a month. The gap is narrowing fast as income climbs. Profile 3, single borrower, $95,000 AGI, no dependents. Under IBR, $95,000 minus $24,000 is $71,000 in discretionary income. 10% divided by 12 is about $592 a month. IBR also caps your payment at the standard 1-0 year amount, so there's a ceiling. Under RAP, $95,000 falls in the 9% bracket. 9% of $95,000 divided by 12 is $713 a month, no cap. IBR wins by $121 a month. This is the crossover point. Somewhere between $80,000 and $90,000 in AGI, IBR starts winning. And it keeps winning harder as income climbs. Profile 4, borrower with 2 dependents, $60,000 AGI. Under IBR, $60,000 minus $24,000 is $36,000 in discretionary income. IBR's family size deduction is baked into the poverty line calculation, which rises with household size. Payment comes to roughly $190 a month. Under RAP, $60,000 is in the 5% bracket. 5% of $60,000 divided by 12 is $250 minus $100 for 2 dependents. Payment is $150 a month. RAP wins by $40 a month for this family. The $50 per dependent deduction is genuinely powerful at moderate incomes with multiple kids. So what's the pattern? Under about $80,000 AGI, RAP generally produces a lower payment, especially if you have dependents. Above $90,000, IBR wins and the gap widens significantly because IBR caps your payment and RAP doesn't. 2 more factors that matter beyond the monthly payment. Forgiveness timeline. IBR forgives after 20 years for borrowers who took loans after July 2014. RAP forgives after 30 years. If you're planning to reach forgiveness rather than pay off your loans completely, that extra decade under RAP means more total payments and a bigger balance to forgive, and a bigger potential tax bill at the end. Interest subsidy. RAP covers any interest your payment doesn't reach every month. Your balance cannot grow under WRAP. IBR has no such protection. If your IBR payment doesn't cover accruing interest, your balance grows, and when you eventually leave IBR, that unpaid interest capitalizes and gets added to your principal permanently. 3 questions to figure out your answer. 1. What is your AGI? Under $80,000, run the WRAP numbers. Over $90,000, IBR is likely better. Between $80,000 and $90,000, it's close enough that dependents and balance size tip the decision. 2. Do you have dependents? Each one is worth $50 off your monthly WRAP payment. For families, this alone can swing the comparison. 3. Are you planning to reach forgiveness or pay the loans off? If forgiveness, IBR's 2 0-year timeline versus WRAP's 30 is a significant factor. If you're paying off early regardless, the monthly payment difference matters more than the forgiveness timeline. Run your specific numbers at studentaid.gov before you decide anything. Both plans are available until July 2028 for existing borrowers. You have time to make the right call. Just don't let that deadline pass without making an active decision.